much.
Yeah.
Good evening.
All right.
Right there, 17. Okay, today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2017. We are here for a zoning board meeting to hear the case 1709, and it's Tanis Gates, correct? Okay. So a few things to just, you want to do case first and then discuss a few things
Sure.
after?
Yeah,
Does that sound
yeah,
good?
definitely.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just to make a note that Ms. Princicata is not here, as well as Ms. Laporte is not here. And so we have the two alternates filling in for them today. So if you'd like to come up and...
First of all, I didn't even know I had to be here. All right, I just live at 6 Daniel Drive in Tilton, and I would like to put a deck on the back of my property, and I need a variance, so I think it's 10.6 or 10.5 from the property line. To be able to do this, the deck will be 10 feet wide, 16 feet long.
So you're going to be 10 feet from the
10
property
feet out
line?
my back door,
Right?
and, I mean, yes, and then 16 feet wide.
And how close to the property line would you
It's
be?
10.7.
10. Do you have a copy of this?
I gave all my paperwork here.
Okay,
I've got one.
yeah. We're just gonna ask you if you could just kind of read it for the record, if you could do that. I know, just.
If you're really uncomfortable, I'll read it.
I knew you were a good guy. I knew you did.
Barry's was elected.
See, that's why he's here.
Barry's the best.
Walks us through everything.
All right, so I'll read Ms. Gates, the responses she provided in response to the 5 variance criteria. On the public interest, or I'll just, granting the variance would not be contrary to the public interest because it will have no impact to the public interest because it will be tastefully constructed and for personal use only and pose no adverse reactions to the abutters or to the town of Tilton. 2, if the variance were granted, the spirit of the ordinance would be observed because the addition of a deck in my backyard would pose no adverse reactions to my abutters aesthetically or as a danger. Existing privacy barriers would not be impacted. Both abutters have provided letters of approval. 3, granting the variance would do substantial justice because having a deck constructed in my backyard would give me a greater appreciation for my home in the town of Tilton. As a taxpayer, I feel that the deck would enhance the appeal and value of my house. If the variance were granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished because when I purchased the property in January of 2013, it was a terrible eyesore. I bought this property for $77,000. I then invested $238,000 in constructing what I feel is a beautiful home and yard that contributes to this beauty of the neighborhood. The addition of a deck will further enhance the appeal of this property. 5, unnecessary hardship. So under AI, it will be a simple deck for the homeowner's enjoyment and will not impact on the privacy barriers already in place. Abutting property owners have provided written consent, and also for A2 II, it will not impact the privacy barriers already in place.
Yes?
Hi. So it's listed here that there's 7 abutters, but there's only 2 that are listed.
Oh, okay, that's, I can confirm, that's my,
Well, those are direct abutters, right?
yeah.
Wouldn't Phil's
That, she did provide these 2 abutters, but we assisted the land use office assisted in compiling a full abutters list. I didn't include a copy of it, but I could provide that if necessary. I can confirm that notices went out to all abutters. We have
Roy
receipts.
Wakefield and the people right across the street, they both have told me that they received theirs,
Okay.
and I received mine.
Good thing.
I have a thought process that I'm trying to follow with this, and that was, that I believe that when the Tilton School, which is an abutter, put in their lights, there was an issue with this property regarding the lights, and I just wanna make sure that that's not gonna be a further issue where she's adding the deck on, knowing that those lights may or may not be on and may come onto her deck.
And I'm sorry, I don't know the issue with the lights.
So
The lights never affected the back of my yard, it was only the front, and the selectmen all came over, they sat on my porch, they walked around my yard, they took measurements, and it never affected the back of the yard, it was always the front.
okay, I just.
It's a tree that blocks.
No, I know, but I know
went up
that
there and
special
walked
shades
around.
were purchased, and I just wanna make sure that this isn't gonna further reopen a wound that was there, and I just wanna make sure that, that was my only, because then it said no adverse reaction to the abutters, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There was an adverse reaction to something else when she was in the butter, so I just wanna make sure.
And that wouldn't be any different if I was sitting out back in my lawn chair.
No, I just, you know, I drove by the house,
Yeah.
and actually when I moved to Tilton, I looked at that house, but,
Were you out there when they were auctioning it?
no, this was back in 2001, so, but, I wanted to, on the planning board, I know that there was an issue with that, so I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be an issue revisited, that was my only concern. Because there's no tree noted on this plan, so.
Is there anything else that you wanted to point out to us? No? Okay, is there anything from the public that you'd like to speak?
Well, do I have to stand up, or you want me to?
You can either sit, as long as you state your
Well,
name.
she's my neighbor,
Okay.
and she came to me and she asked me for the deck, and I said, sure, as long as you have, what was within reason, and, because she told me the space wasn't there, but she wanted, to make sure once 10 by 16, I said, no problem. So, I wrote a letter stating, hopefully that, we had my permission to do it, provided that we have the shed there and the fence, and I like the privacy as well as she does. We got that, I'm fine with it, as well as my wife said the same as well.
We're only talking about 5 inches.
Yeah, I know that.
What do you mean?
Because the ordinance is, at this point is 20 feet,
Mhm.
and the distance currently with the proposed deck would be a distance of 10 feet 7 inches from the line, so that's a difference of 5 inches.
Up to 10 feet.
Oh, no, there's the other 20 feet. You gotta go to 20 feet. So it's 10'5" from the line, so what does that make it, 11 feet, 7 inches?
Yeah, I mean, right, well, essentially, I
9 feet,
think
7
you're
inches.
providing 9.3 feet of relief, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's what Joe's saying, not 5 inches of relief.
because without the variance, she can't build that deck in the
20-foot
spot where
setback.
she's at.
No, I understand, but my understanding was that the property line here,
Oh,
that she needed to be 20 feet was the current ordinance, and she's asking for, to be able to build the deck within that 20 feet. And the deck would then become 10 feet 7 inches from the line, which is a difference of 5 inches.
I can't figure it
It's 10
out.
feet
It's a
and
difference
5
of
inches,
9
'cause you have to
feet,
count
3
the
inches,
rocks
that's
on the
20
deck.
It's not important. It's not,
Yeah,
I was just
right.
curious. I was just curious if that's
We're gonna figure that out after, because I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
She couldn't technically build within 20 feet of the boundary,
Right.
so,
Because that's where her house is.
she's actually going 10 feet
7
towards
inches.
it.
Towards
No, to
the
10 feet,
boundary,
she's going 10 feet towards the boundary, so.
which takes up 10 of the 20
She
feet.
needed,
That's right.
she
That
needed,
she's, yeah.
needed 20 feet.
Okay.
That's all I got, just deck.
And I'm sorry, your name is Kevin?
Keith.
Keith. Okay. And you're here with her, or
He's my tenant.
the tenant? Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Public.
Just the public, okay, all right.
So you want the deck, I'm thinking.
Yes,
I think he does.
All right, so there's no other people from the public? You don't have anything to say, we're all
I
good?
didn't bring anybody with me, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we can go ahead and vote on this?
Oh, yeah, I would recommend just discussing, you know, and maybe each of you's voicing whether you feel the 5 criteria have been
Right.
met, yeah.
Right.
Okay, let me get the ball rolling. I do indeed feel all 5 of the criteria have been met. And her direct abutters, neither one of them have a problem with it. She knows about the lights. If she goes to deck now, she can't cry about it after. I mean, that's just a no thinking person would do that anyway. So I think that all of the criteria have been met.
I agree.
I do agree. I agree. I didn't agree when I came in.
You do that?
Well, I had some concerns.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would somebody like to make a motion then, please?
So moved.
Make a motion to approve ZBA case 1709, Article 7, to allow for the construction of a deck within the rear setback. 10 feet, 7 inches, where 20 feet is required. At 6 Daniel Drive in the Village Residential District.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Been granted.
Can I call my contractor in the morning?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Al, call Al too, the
Call
code
Al.
enforcement officer, check to make sure he's, you know.
Right, he had said this went well.
I think he said, right, that's right, yes, so yes, you're good, that's right.
Okay, awesome,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
All right, you too.
Oh, there's all those little
Thank you.
technicalities.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah, thank
No
you for
problem.
coming after that long day.
Don't worry,
Jeez.
I'm just my life.
Yeah.
Believe me, I tell that to my parents, but they don't believe me, but that's the way my life is. They feel bad, so. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yes. So, just quickly, you noticed an error in one of the minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Do I need to bring this up? Is this in?
It would directly impact you.
yeah, definitely. So in
Well,
June.
then let's shut that camera off and talk about it.
It should be, it's on the June 20th minute, and there's a draft, so it's fine. I mean, case 1704, Chairman Coletti's case.
On mine?
Because a lot of this is done by copying and using templates and copying and pasting, and of course, sometimes you get bit by doing that, and at the end, I wrote, moved by Mr. Jesselman to deny the motion for rehearing of ZBA case 1702, which is obviously wrong. This should say, moved by whoever made the motion to approve ZBA case 1704, seconded by whoever it was, all in favor, none opposed, motion approved. And so I'll make that change.
Please. Because otherwise, we're gonna
It
have
doesn't
some
change what
issues.
happened.
Right.
I can
My
come back
girls
to
are-
bite you someday.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, whatever happened to that guy that was wanting to build more trailers in his trailer park? We had a lot of problems with, and he had to go to the planning board. Remember our big audience we had here?
No,
Oh.
that was the bed.
The one who wanted, so he wanted to do cluster development?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He moved
Yeah,
all the
build
homes he
build
wanted.
other houses
Yes, other houses.
in this trailer park
Yeah.
down there.
So he got the variance, and now he went and talked to the planning board about it conceptually at their last meeting.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll come in as a cluster development, and nothing's
Okay.
hasn't been finalized yet.
Yeah. I was wondering what happened there.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. So should we? Do you guys want to take these minutes one by one?
I'll make a motion to approve the zoning board meeting minutes of June 20th, 2017 as corrected.
Thank you.
Second?
Chairman,
Oh, I'm sorry.
we need a vote.
Oh, on each one, really? Okay,
I think we should, yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
For the record.
It's been moved and seconded.
okay, so shall we,
Any
Oh,
June
discussion?
20th.
on the June 20th meetings,
That's
to
correct.
approve those with
That's
the
correct.
correction,
That's
please?
correct.
Yes, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the zoning board meeting minutes of July 18th, 2017 as presented.
Oh, I have a question.
You know, it either gets seconded or not, and then we have discussion.
All right.
Okay. Second?
Second the approval.
And so discussion is open.
I just have, should have mentioned that alternates were used or not used in this.
Okay. Yeah, it should, you're right. So let's see here.
I don't think I was listed as an alternate, but I don't think that was needed. We should have it.
Oh, okay, so in this case, we probably don't need to.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
remember what the procedure was.
I think that you, to answer specifically, I think when alternates are used, it should show up in the minutes. That's probably good practice, yeah.
Okay. Well, it did show up on that one case that they recused themselves.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be done.
Sorry.
No, thank you. Good question.
I withdraw my motion. You'll withdraw your second, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the zoning board meeting minutes of July 18th, 2017 as amended.
Second?
So shall we vote on the minutes of July 18th as amended? All in
Sure.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the zoning board meeting minutes of August 15th, 2017 as presented.
Second?
And no discussion? Excellent. So shall we vote on the meeting of August 15th, the minutes of the meeting for August 15th? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Excellent. And if you can just take a moment briefly to, I don't know if you got a copy of the notice of decision, and just
Yeah,
to
and
briefly
everyone should have from the
read over
Superior
if there's
Court.
any questions.
It's good news,
Yes.
confirmation that you guys did the right thing.
There it is. That's it, right there.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Where's that?
It's kind of gray, looking at some notes of this. It should have been-
Oh, here, I have more copies. Should be one of
This was
every-
the case
Ah,
where
yeah,
they wanted
it is.
bed and breakfast behind the mobile home
Static
park.
thing,
Were you here for
yeah.
that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
very well.
people from the mobile home park were quite upset about it.
Right.
So they took it to Superior Court, and the court has cited that as the zoning board, we did nothing
Incorrect.
incorrect, and, you know, and so that they did side with us that we made the right decision.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good state.
Where they go from here with this, I have no idea.
I'd be surprised if it went any further. But I think, there was a couple, I think page 3 really, if I remember correctly. But anyway, as you read through it, I really think it nails down and supports what you guys held with, which was that it's not your job to go digging through deeds, and you're not real estate lawyers.
No.
And it's not, it was never intended that ZBAs become real estate lawyers. So yeah, good job.
So,
Did you have to go to court for that?
I didn't, no. I think Mr. Borchers went just to watch, but I don't think he got called.
Yeah,
Well, we had all the proper documentation,
Yeah.
and it was fairly clear cut. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Made the right call?
Yeah.
If there's
Good.
not anything else that we'd like to discuss, I think we shall ask for a motion to close, or is there something that you?
I just want to make sure, because we only get together every month. If you want land use books for this year, you should have gotten an email from Sheena and Duncan, let us know. They don't change much year to year, so, you know,
And how
May not be.
expensive are they?
they're like $10.
This beautiful book?
Yeah,
Well, we
yeah,
could borrow yours and you could let us know if
Absolutely, yeah,
there's anything
right.
that changes. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
yeah, no problem. So there's that, what was, oh, and then I included copies of the new rules of procedure, so you should have, you can include those with your materials. And then that's it, yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Therefore, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
And what have we got?
26.
That's
Short and sweet, to the point.
27. I like it when that happens.